slain a lot of undead to get here. You even enslaved some of them. And now you're here.
Yes.
You and your small squad of whites. And here, you've stormed and assaulted the ruined Feldgrau Tower, where the assumed necromancer Oren Vrood had set up camp. And as you barge in, you see him with his little homunculus working on some beautiful watercolors of unfortunately grisly subjects. As you invisibly move into the tower and like push the curtain aside and round the corner, you see vivisected small animals like splayed all over the floor, and Oren quite engaged in the process of creating these beautiful watercolors of the mostly red scenery. I will need stealth checks from everyone, because even when you're invisible.
Did they really not hear the door being blasted and all that?
Yeah, but I mean, they know you're here, but the question is if they know exactly where you are.
Well, Emerald, you're upstairs. You don't count.
Right. But
Yeah.
but he is certainly very noticeable upstairs.
Flying around.
Hmm. Smashing skeletons left and right. And up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I believe
Where?
just being invisible gives us at least plus 10, right?
Yeah, even when you're moving and stuff, it's still plus 10, I think.
Yeah, as long as it's not based on scent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's plus 10. I thought it was a little better than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's plus 20 when you're not moving.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Plus 10 when you're moving.
So, like, well, that's...
Okay, right, that's not bum. It's actually, he has a chance to have a pretty good idea where you are. Let's see. Nope.
Yes.
So instead, he's just gonna say he probably didn't even notice you brushing the curtain aside. Neither did his homunculus. But as he is painting like putting the brush to the canvas and squinting to like take in all the details of this grisly display in front of him, he just mumbles to himself with a sort of raspy voice, come out, wherever you are. I know you're somewhere around here. Who's come knocking?" But you do get a surprise round on him. So you can all roll for initiative.
All right.
So can the whites, of course. And the red-white.
Wow. Antianu. You sicken me.
Okay, I'm missing Gaia.
No, I rolled. That was I didn't click my bloody token.
What was your initiative?
6. Rolling
Okay.
high today.
Okay. Give me a second.
Oh, this is incredible. This is great. I got a new monitor set up, and this is beautiful. all my character sheets off on a different screen.
Oh yeah, that's such a
Yeah.
game changer.
Big, nice 1440
Hmm.
for the game page. Oh, this is
Yeah.
the best.
All right. Acretia is actually the first one to go. And I believe you still have that sort of forward momentum of all going at the same time. So
Mhm.
I think that's what she's gonna do. She's basically gonna delay until, well, are sort of ready for the last person in the initiative to move so that you can all move as a group. I believe that was what you've asked her to do.
Yeah.
So that's what she's gonna do. Which effectively means you can move at half speed if you move as a group like that. So does the white. Then give me perception checks, please. But only Doctor. Oh, actually, Emaírel, you can give me a perception check too. So everyone.
Perception.
Wait, sorry. Do you want one from everyone or?
Yes, I do want one from everyone.
Then...
Okay. Well, nobody really notices since you're all probably preoccupied. But Doctor.
31. Yes.
Yeah, but the Doctor. You hear a sound from the central part of the tower, the actual round part of the tower. That sounds something like somebody nervously like tapping their fingertips on the wall or the floor or something. But big hands.
Yep.
And this white is also going to ready, and then it's the Doctor's turn.
Okay.
Just in case Emaírel still has seen visibility running.
Okay. Yep.
On surprise round we have I think only one action, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly. In that case,
Yes.
I think I will make the most to it and just drink my shield extract.
Okay. That probably means that the rest they will leave you behind, right? You're aware of that.
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay. Emaírel?
Is going to fly down
Mm-hmm.
from there. Oh, it's 30 feet or whatever, right?
Yeah, something like that.
30, so I should be able to...
Flying down on the outside or down at the center of the tower?
I guess he's going to just really go
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
vertically and not see anyone.
You're gonna take. Well, you only have the action to move, so like actively looking for somebody. You're not seeing anyone out in the
yeah.
open. Yeah.
Yeah, like here's a wall and he's not seeing
Yeah,
anyone else.
exactly, and you don't see anyone out in the open.
So he's just gonna, well, that's just his move.
Okay. Then it's Evelyn's turn.
Evelyn will actually probably take a cue from the Doctor and use it as a chance to buff up, casting Eagle Splendor on herself.
Okay. All right. You don't have a verbal component to your spell, right?
I do not.
Of course you don't.
Psychics.
Montiano.
She just hypes herself up in her own head. Montiano is he doesn't really have any buffing to do, so he will probably I don't know. He'll probably notice that Evelyn is not moving, and he's not a genius, but he's not stupid. Actually, he's smarter than Evelyn. I always forget this. So he will. I think he will take the opportunity to simply make sure he has his weapons on hand, his rapier in one hand, his whip in the other, and he will step over here and just create a little bit of space, and that'll be it.
Okay.
We haven't had a rest in a while, right?
No, we are freshly rested right now.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes,
The only
Yeah,
thing we did was go and confront the undead,
Yeah.
whom
Which
we
didn't take
have
long.
recruited,
Yeah, we looted
whom
them.
we've recruited.
Yeah.
Oh, great, because I was fearing that I was out of spells. Okay, can I cast Command Undead on the whites?
Well, I mean,
On one of them, at least.
They
they're
are.
already
But I
under.
thought Karnas lost control of them.
No,
No,
I,
Karnas
No,
never had.
Sorry, not Karnas.
The whites take orders from the undead monk person
The
and
Dread White.
the dread white, and Evelyn controls the dread white. So
it's a chain,
they're all on our side currently.
We're still good then.
chain of command, yes.
All right, then let's not mess with the classics. It does have somatic components, so Geier does start muttering in rage as he sees another necromancer daring to.
But sorry, but you don't have a line of sight currently. You're behind a curtain and around the corner.
Thought maybe I could pull it off without moving.
No,
Can I do a 5-foot step?
Stepping
know,
through
but
the
yeah,
curtain.
No. It'll ruin the element of surprise.
I mean, we're already in the surprise round.
Might as well, huh?
And you get to him from the.
Can you 5-foot step during a surprise round?
Why not? It's a free action. I think there's nothing that says you
Guard
can't.
kind of like pokes his head through the curtain.
Okay, and cast a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
This little human marionette.
And remind me, I think then everyone becomes visible. Is that right?
I think unless
No, only he becomes visible, I believe. Although I will
Yeah,
double check.
I think
Yeah, I have it here. Only for themselves.
Yeah. You have the book of player-friendly rules. No, sorry, I didn't mean to second guess you. All right. So you become visible. Let's put something on you to make sure that we don't forget. This. And cast your spell. So he, like, raises his gaze a little bit to see you, Geier, and he like, grins wildly. And it's just to remind you what he looks like. And like this.
You'll go
So
link to your grave, you dare mess with the balance of life and death, says Geier.
Bone Shaker is just the right spell to cast against him, but he makes his save.
Ooh, a nat 20. Yikes.
And what's the... Is it just negated?
If he's undead, he takes no damage, but I can manipulate him.
Bone Shaker. Fortitude partial or negates. A successful saving throw negates the effect.
Halves the damage and negates the movement.
So I could push him 5 feet.
No, wait, what? A living creature has its scale. In addition, you can move the target. Successful, half the... Yeah, exactly. So, no movement and half damage.
And that's 3d6 plus 1 per 2 levels. So that is... I can just click damage, can't I?
I believe you have 8 levels, so that would be
7.
76 in total.
it seems my connection to
lot of
server was
D6.
interrupted. I will have to refresh.
Okay, so he takes 10 points of damage, but he's kind of like savoring the tremors of his bones, and he says, the old bones. It's a nice parlor trick, you know. Let me show you what a real necromancer's power looks like.
I've come to bury you.
And the wait is also readying its action. I mean, that's just going to continue to wait for a little bit.
Does he
And
have it?
the next moment, Emarél, you see a giant hand emerge from between the rubble. It's
Oh,
rotting, kind of unsteadily moving. It's propped up upon its thick, stubby fingers, and its pale, necrotic flesh pulses and crawls with sickly boils as it moves towards you. And I'm just going to assume that you flew all the way down, so you're within reach,
yeah.
and it's going to try and attack you.
So it's gonna five finger shuffle.
Yep, it's just gonna exactly. It's gonna five finger shuffle and then try to claw you. 16 against your flat-footed if you can be caught flat-footed.
Well, I've already acted, right? So I'm no longer. Oh, because it's a. Well,
Because it was
anyway,
hidden.
yeah. Anyway, flat-footed is higher. So, yay. That's a miss.
Hey, then the white will wait. The doctor.
Did this the big necromancer guy? Did he have any initiative? I can see him in the tracker.
How to have weird. Good. Thanks for pointing that out.
He has to go before me. Okay, fine, fine, fine.
Could you give us a zoom on the thing?
On the thing.
The hand,
The
the
hand,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
to zoom in.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. That art is kind of creepy looking.
Yeah. Let me see if I have a picture of that. Cause
Can you control zoom the token itself?
yeah, but I don't think it's gonna look good. Here we go. This is actually you've faced a swarm of these before, but
Really?
yeah, but this time it's just a single one that's enormous, giant.
We faced hands, dismembered hands.
Yep, on the market square of Harrowstone,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
Harrowstone, Ravengro.
Little teeny tiny ones.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You a swarm of
Oh.
them, and now you're facing one giant one.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
For variety, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a callback.
Okay, let's see. It's 35 feet for me to drop to throw a bomb at him, which means that with increment of 20 feet, that is, I think, within the first range increment, right?
20 feet.
Well,
If
bombs.
your range increment is 20 feet, then it's within the second, so you have to subtract -2.
Minus 2. I will check, of course, but I think bombs are range 20. So yeah, I think there is no need to actually wait for anything. I will just bomb the shit out of him. No discoveries. Alchemist bombs.
Bomb the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, thrown bombs have a range increment of 20 feet and use throw splash weapon special attack. And I get -2, which I will have to probably count manually. Keep it in mind. Only first one. 18. 18 -2, so 16.
Against touch,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
That's it. That is a hit against him. That was you were going for a direct hit, yeah. And it is energy damage, right? It's fire damage.
Yes.
So you burn him for 22 points of fire.
Yeah, and this guy also gets splash damage. With
Because it's 10 feet splash damage, I
yes,
see.
it's explosive
Uh,
damage now.
And he gets a reflex save, though.
Well, okay, he gets only half of it.
So that's...
Oh, so
Half of 10.
yeah.
Okay, 5. All right.
And,
So...
and of course he gets set on fire.
All right, he catches on fire.
This doctor was supposed to be the good one.
Emaírel.
Emaírel is going to move away from this thing, a regular move. Which might trigger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you said regular move, right? And
Oh, wait, no. He is going to move, but thanks, I forgot it. He has the mythic thing where he can designate one opponent and not provoke from it. So it does not provoke.
okay.
And then he's going to cast Lead Blades. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. All right. So then it's the necromancer's turn, and he just like laughs it off, pulls back his hood, and you can see that his skin looks like it's made of stone.
Dick.
And there's also a shimmer of some sort of force effect on him, and he takes the full round action to try and extinguish the flames. So reflex save. He's not gonna roll on the floor. That's 16. What's the DC?
Well, it's still. I don't think he needs a reflex save to extinguish flames.
From explosive bombs, right?
Yeah, I think let's.
Yeah, extinguishing the flames is a full round action that requires a reflex save.
Then yeah.
Oh,
Well, then my class DC is 17, so no.
Oof.
that's harsh. You lose the action and you still
Yeah,
have.
full
yeah.
round action. Yikes.
Yeah, and it's not even a crit effect. It's just when you take a direct hit, which is pretty easy because it's touch AC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
OP.
well, it is
but
pretty high level discovery.
that's
so.
true. That's true. So yeah, he tries to put it out, fails, takes the d6 of damage, and I guess to be fair, a d6 at this level is it's not that bad.
Shouldn't he? I mean, he already took the ongoing damage, so it should be only one time, right?
No, when did he take the ongoing damage?
Well, I mean, when I first hit him, I kind of rolled for it. No.
Yeah, but I didn't apply it.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you mean. I should take that number.
Well, I mean, it kind of rolls itself. Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, but you roll every time. Every time he takes ongoing damage, you roll again.
Yeah.
So it makes the most. I wouldn't put the macro in the description. I would just say 1d6 because that's what you roll every time he takes damage. But I'll use your number this time, and then next time I'll roll myself.
Okay.
Okay, so he tries to put it out, and he says, "Stings a little. Flashword, get them." And he tells the homunculus. And then another giant hand digs itself free from the rubble and comes scurrying towards you, Emaírel. Since you didn't see it,
This is not a wall or anything?
No.
I'm just asking. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's just debris. But you do have combat reflexes, so I guess it provokes.
Well,
Your combat reflexes have really paid off.
yeah.
Okay,
They really do on reach characters.
19 is an exact hit, so 22 points of damage. And then it tries to claw you. 25 to hit.
It depends if it's flat-footed or regular.
Well, you can't be caught flat-footed, right?
No, I can.
I thought you had that thing. Oh, no, you don't? Well, okay. Then it would be against flat-footed, yeah. Weirdly enough.
In that case, it does hit. So
Okay.
11.
So it's 11 points of damage, and it's going to try and grab you. 13 is going to fail. What I should also mention is that when your attack of opportunity hits with your spear and you pierce it, its rotting skin and all these boiling pustules, a gushing of pus comes out of the wound and spills over the square between you. You don't really catch any of it, but just being so close to it already makes your stomach turn. Definitely don't want to get that on you.
By the way, Emaírel, is your spear is still undead bane or something? Or holy?
No, there's no bane there.
Huh?
It's just a regular masterwork spear.
Flesh ward, for some reason, is also not part of it.
Fleshwort. What a cute name.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fleshwort.
Flesh ward. But I'm going to put him here. Yep, because he was waiting for his master's orders anyway. And just so you don't get the wrong idea, he is rather small. He's actually tiny. It's just that his token is so big. There we go. So when it comes running towards you, it doesn't really look that impressive.
It's adorable.
But he is definitely valiantly trying to.
That'll provoke from Marcel as it
Yep.
moves into the 10-foot, within the 10-foot reach. Also, Emaírel, I guess.
Did it take this square?
Probably because it doesn't know that you're there with your crazy reflexes.
Oh, God, just crush it.
No, some other time.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Muntianu will try to lash out with his whip and trip from invisibility, so I guess that makes it flat-footed.
Mm-hmm. And some penalties.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll it. I don't know what the
Yeah, we'll see.
it's a 24.
It is tiny, so that's pretty tricky, but no. Yeah, you definitely trip it. So it just Montiano becomes visible, cracks his whip, and the little pile of weird-looking, almost tumor-like flesh that's been stitched into the rough shape of a little baby falls
Ew.
to the floor.
Okay, that description made it less cute.
Mm-hmm. Nope, that's the wrong one. And then it's Evelyn's turn because it picks itself back up as its second move action.
Okay.
And I think that should.
That should trigger again. You're right. Of course,
Oh, God.
everybody.
Oh, no.
Just let the flesh baby have it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
nice. Well, it was prone.
Oh, no.
Flash word. That's a hit for 22 points of damage. Poor flash ward. Just a
feel
flesh
bad.
wound for flash ward. And Evelyn.
I know I feel bad for it now, but I also know that like as soon as it does whatever it is that it can do, I won't feel bad at all. So, Evelyn, I suppose all her white friends have been readying their actions to move. So I guess she's gonna move. They should all follow her, right?
Correct.
Okay, she'll move in here and go over here.
I don't see any movement happening.
Oh, I'm still. Hold on. I take it all back. Didn't want to do that. Let me double check her spell. Her really quick, and then I will do it. it requires them to make. Oh, there's no saving throw. There's no saving throw?
For what?
For what?
I just have to make. I have to make checks. Okay. Well, then it doesn't matter if I can stare or not. It's just a matter. Well, I should stare anyway, so guess I'll do it. Sorry. If I move, yeah, I'll step over here, and I imagine all my whites will move into open squares with me. And you said it's a move action for me to command them?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I will not command them this round. I will simply fix this figure, this Oren figure, with my stare. It doesn't matter if he can see me or not. And then I will burn a mythic point, a mythic power, and cast this upon him.
Oppressive boredom. Oh no.
Dispel magic.
Ooh.
Okay. Targeted dispel magic. Spell dispel check, so D20 plus your caster level.
Yes, a d20 plus my caster level is 8. I don't think. Wait, oh, shit. Does the mythic give me anything additional on caster level checks? Let me. I don't think it does, but let me just. Mythic powers, Surge, Wild Arcana. Cast any spell from spell list at +2 caster level.
That's the surge.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, it's part of the spell. Wow.
When casting a spell in this way, you treat your caster level as 2 levels higher for the purposes of any effect.
Oh wow. Okay.
I should have been doing that all along.
You should. Well, that's +10 on your
Okay.
D20.
So I just rolled d20, or actually, I should have a caster level thing, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it is on the spell tab.
So this is gonna have a +2 on it. Wow! Wow! Wow!
Womp womp.
That's a 13.
13. Okay. Now compare same result to spell with the next highest caster level. Repeat until you have dispelled one spell affecting the target, or you have failed to dispel every spell. Okay, let's see if he has any magic item or something that you could. Because it does also theoretically dispel the effect or suppress the effects of magic items, I think. What is that? 11 plus the caster level, so you would dispel something of caster level 2. I don't think there's one item that might. I have to look up what the caster level is. But I kind of doubt it.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's probably what the hubris.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, he just goes, you know, are those your playthings? There you have much to learn.
That will definitely disable my invisibility sphere, though, I believe. So
The
no
whole
longer
sphere or just yours?
the whole sphere.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Hey,
I mean, everyone else revealed themselves, but he's now going to see all of his minions in here too.
yeah. And he goes, aha, I see. Well, their minds can be easily taken over.
She says, "Try me."
Montano.
Montianu will probably push his way up past this situation, it's his job in life to get in the way. So he'll move over here, and he'll probably just stab at that homunculus and try to finish it off before it can do whatever awful thing it's about to do.
Okay.
So it's just the first attack roll here. 27 to hit.
7 piercing, 6 precision. Yeah, he skewers it. Dead.
Quick.
Destroyed.
No more fleshwort.
Yeah. I thought the homunculus, they don't count. Wait,
Sad
I was,
moment.
Yeah, wait, I was supposed to be the good doctor right now. Never mind.
Geier.
Has Geier seen the hand, or has he?
No,
just
I don't
heard-
think you have. I don't think you have line of
No.
sight. No.
Okay. In that case, Geier will continue with the bone shaker, threatening that it will be Geier who buries him at last.
He takes-
Again.
What is this? What's his save? Is it 42?
16.
It's 42, never mind.
Dude. 21.
Come on!
But
Still
that's,
takes half damage.
yeah, exactly. Might still be some significant damage.
Evelyn will add on an additional few points, which I believe right now is 4, but let me double check. Painful stare, painful stare. Yeah, 4 additional points of damage.
Okay.
Little by little.
All right. Okay. This crawling hand comes crawling closer to Emaírel. Triggering.
Yep. And that's a miss.
And then it attacks 25.
That's a miss.
And Doctor.
Okay. Well, in this case, I think Doctor will also go step forward, right next to Mr. Montiano, and well, he will try to speak with this person, saying, like, now. And now you surrender. You have no. Oh shit! What are those giant arms? Well, never mind. Miss Emaírel can take them. So you surrender. We may show you mercy for even considering what you did to our friend. Like, why did you involve Mr. Shit? What was his name? I forgot already.
Lorimor?
Yeah. Why did you involve Professor Lorimor into your fiendish schemes? And actually, I don't think I will attack him at this point. I will just prepare the bomb.
Okay.
In my hand, like show that I can like blast him again like this.
Do you want to ready for something or?
No, I think I won't.
Okay. All right. Then it's Emerald's turn. He'll answer on his turn.
Emaírel is going to fly up and to the side. A regular flight.
Mm-hmm. So the two.
He's going to
hands-
provoke from just one of the two because he can exclude the other one.
Mm-hmm. And it misses 24. I don't know.
And he is going to stab at the one that's already in bad shape.
Well, they both look horrible. 23, you say. It's enough. 21 points of damage. And again, like a little splash of, not just a little splash, pretty big splash of pus. Just comes out of the wound. Okay, it's Oren's turn. And yeah, he's being offered to surrender by the doctor. And once again, he just smiles and he puts down his paintbrush.
He's still on fire, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He puts down his paintbrush and like gently tries to put out his smoldering cloak, but not like he's not actually not taking the full-on action to do that. And he just says, "Well, I see. You try to ambush me using my own creations against me. Well, next time we meet," he says, and as he says that, he like takes his feet lose touch of the ground, and he starts to levitate up. "I
Don't you
shall
dare escape.
spit your hearts upon the gallows spire." And then he darts forward, trying to like rush over all of your heads and into the tower itself. So that would mean Muntiano gets an attack of opportunity. Emaírel, you didn't see him coming, so you don't get one.
Do it, Montiano. Is he holding anything?
Nope. Well,
Nothing in his hands.
he's holding his staff.
What happens when you trip a flying creature?
You can't.
Well, then he'll just try to steal his staff.
Mm-hmm.
And he is being stared at, so he's going to have a -3 to his CMD here.
Mm-hmm. And his CMD is, by the way, excellent.
Yeah, he has a -3 as Montiano does this.
But it's a steal maneuver?
It's a disarm maneuver.
Disarm, okay. And I believe he gets some sort of bonus for a two-handed weapon. But that's probably not going to make a difference. What's the roll?
Is a 27 and he has a -3.
Yeah. So he cracks his whip. It wraps itself around his quarterstaff, and he yanks it out of his hands. And the necromancer still shoots past him, like over his shoulder. He gives him an angry glance, but he continues his flight, and then up the tower, out of sight.
He can do that in one round?
Third.
He has a pretty significant fly speed,
Bastard.
and
Well,
didn't take an action. There's 2 actions. Fly speed.
Does he have perfect maneuverability? He had to round that corner.
yay.
It's true.
Well, I think flight does give you perfect.
The laws of
maneuverability.
inertia do not apply.
What's more fun than fly checks? Oh, look, he made it. So, but we're not gonna leave initiative because there's still plenty of crawling hands around.
Maneuverability is good. Oh, never mind. Well, then,
Yeah, fly checks. I don't really see under which conditions you don't make a fly check unless it's like really risky business in a hurricane or something. Anyway, this hand steps forward and then tries to claw.
I think it shouldn't be able to reach Emerald because basically there's like a full 5-foot square between them. A full empty 5-foot square, 5-foot cube.
Between them?
Yep.
Oh, because
Yeah,
you
he
flew up.
flew up.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if it can jump or something. No, not really. Can't fly. Why can't these hands fly? Maybe one hand can try to throw the other.
hey,
Hmm. Well, if it sees that you're flying, I think it is.
It's not gonna attack anyone else?
It's not really that smart. It's probably just going. Well, it sees that there are others behind you. Like I said, it's not very smart, so it's just gonna scurry under you to get here.
Will that provoke?
Oh man, it doesn't matter if it provokes because the Emaírel in passing just kind of like it's like watching somebody like spearfish just and that's the story of that hand.
by the way, Simon. Yeah. Now that he escaped, he's still on fire. So let's see those reflex saves.
Yeah.
Wait,
I am.
wait. First, we want to have
I am.
the fire damage.
Yeah, I am not completely serious about this, but he still might not escape from us like this.
Gonna fly away.
You'll see like a trail of smoke in the night sky.
Yeah.
Bat.
Okay, so the Dreadwhite. What was its last command? What did you tell it to do?
I mean, I haven't given it a new command, so it's probably still moving with me.
Right. Okay. So they're just gonna wait for input, and then it's your turn.
Evelyn's gonna say, "Well, you and your minions go destroy that other giant undead hand. I hope that's specific enough." And then she'll just step over. I guess she really doesn't have line of sight on the hand. She doesn't. Go fight the hands. That'll be her move action, and then I guess she'll step up and she will. Realistically, okay, no. Realistically, what she would do is she would run over here.
Okay. So you tell them to fight the undead hands, and they
Hang-
get
hang on.
into a slap fight with each other.
Let me revise that. What she would realistically do is run in here, look up to try and get a view on Orin again.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, you see him like on top of the tower, rounding the corner, basically.
Is he
Like
still within?
how much distance roughly?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
fly spell gives you 60 feet
Yes.
of speed,
Mhm.
of flying speed. Yeah. So he would be something like 60 feet up.
All right. Evelyn is not done then yet. She will try to dispel magic once again.
Okay.
We are such dicks.
Don't you fucking get away from me. She is furious.
Yeah, at this point, that's the point where he probably should have prepared the teleportation spell.
I
Let's
think
see that roll.
Yeah, let's do it again. It's once again at a +2.
Yeah, wait, I think you can actually.
Oh my god!
Can't you?
That's a 17.
Wait, can't you use your surge to add to this? It is a d20 check, right? And you can surge yourself to any d20.
What does the surge do? It lets me.
1d6.
It adds 1d6.
And you have
mean-
a powered one, right?
Can you burn 2 uses on one?
I don't know.
I mean, you're not using the same surge twice, so I think that's
Mythic
okay.
power. Surge, add 1d6 after d20. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that says like you can't use more than one mythic power. I guess I'll add a d6 to it. It's a 17, so it might get something.
You can take it after the result of the original roll is revealed. So the result would be
17.
17, so nothing you would notice.
What do you mean nothing I would notice?
Well, maybe the
result.
Maybe you
You
would
mean-
dispel some effect, but it's nothing that is immediately obvious.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, when it says nothing, when it says before the result is or after the result is revealed, I thought that just meant the result of the roll, not the actual result of the entire like check.
I mean, revealed sounds to me like you actually learn
Okay.
what the outcome is of it.
All right, well, I'll burn another mythic power and see if I can't get him. Although I have a feeling the answer is no anyway. It's 23 now.
23. Well, it was 11 plus the spell level, right?
Mhm.
Well, he's a caster level 11 fly spell. So, well, actually, he has a bunch of spells on him.
I
So
was gonna
let's
say, doesn't it hit the lowest ones first?
well, let's see.
It might be the lowest one actually.
Did it say the lowest one? I thought it starts with the highest caster level, but then how does it discern the
Here's dispel
So-
magic.
targeted dispel? One object, creature, or spell is the target of the dispel magic. You may compare it to the spell to the spell with the highest caster level. I mean, all of his spells are caster level 11, obviously. If successful, that spell ends. If not, compare the same result. Repeat this process until you have to spell. For the 7th level caster cast the spell magic targeting creature affected by stone skin and fly. The caster level check was a. No.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's exactly
Stone skin and fly. Look at that.
Would you look at...
Yeah, but obviously all of his spells are the same caster level.
Well,
So does it get all of them?
It's weird.
No,
I think
you can also use
maybe
one spell affecting the target or one spell affecting an area. Oh, well, you must name the specific spell effect to be targeted in this way.
Oh well, it would definitely be fly.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so that's enough, which means subject should the spell duration expire? What does the spell magic do? Does it basically
he descends slowly.
Does he?
Yes.
I think Fly says something like that.
Yeah, Fly says that if the spell duration expires.
No,
but
if
does
it
that
dispels to it. Yeah, it's just I think if the spell ends, you just descend slowly. I remember this, I think, because you dispelled this
Should
fly
the
on me
spell
once.
duration expire, the magic fails slowly, then since dispelling a spell effectively ends it, the subject also descends safely in this way.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so he fails to get away from you, and he starts descending, and he just goes, "What? Oh, how? What?" Holy crap!
Evelyn is just.
This is-
So when does he descend? Is he descending now?
He starts descending now. Yeah, he descends at a rate of 60 feet per round for one.
He's on the
discrete round.
ground.
So he's by the end of this round, he'll at the start of your next turn, he'll be at eye level.
Okay.
Just a quick question. His plan was basically to fly away with 60 feet per round speed.
60 feet per move action.
Per action. Just that, nothing extra.
Well,
Oh.
Can he run once he's?
Well, once
Going
once he has a straight line, he could run.
Yeah.
Sure.
I suppose the cunning plan was to get a far line of sight, after which he could off-screen teleport.
You don't know what his tactic
We don't know.
section says.
All we know is
Oh.
he's on the damn
All you know
ground.
is that all you know is that he threatened to spit your hearts on the gallows spire
Yep.
and tried to get away,
Mm-hmm.
but failed.
Yep.
Monteano.
Montiano is taking Evelyn's. Can we see where he's going to land? Okay. Yeah. Montiano would step on up here and ready in action to strike at this guy once he falls within reach.
Okay. Which is definitely sooner than getting to the floor, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if he would use his whip or his sword. I don't know. Probably his. I guess probably his sword. What's more beneficial, to deal damage or to trip this guy?
Well, he's fallen, so
Yeah, but once he hits the ground, Montiano could trip him. You could say once he lands, Montiano trips.
what I'm trying to say is that he's fallen. Wouldn't he fall prone?
No.
Oh well, I don't know about that.
Or is it?
It's
is
a
it slow
gentle
enough?
descent. I think he would land on his feet.
I
Just
think
like-
I think I'd rather put him on the ground because Montiano's not going to deal a ton of damage. So Emaírel goes before him. Okay, yeah, Montiano will try to trip him once he's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's his ready to action.
All right, Geier.
Geier wastes no time and tugs at his bones, commanding him to come down once and for all.
And he tries a.
You might have, or maybe you can see him
Come.
above this wall.
Yeah, you would have to take a move action to actually get line of sight.
Yeah.
And,
Which
well, 12 points of damage. And the crawling hand that nobody seems to care about
Not so ticklish now, the Bone Shaker.
moves forward and tries to attack Evelyn.
that's fine. She's already done her thing. She doesn't care anymore.
28 to hit. So she's
Yeah,
just like, yeah, come shoo. 9
Yeah.
points of damage, and it tries to grab her.
Okay. It'll probably succeed. I have no idea what her CMD is, but I'm sure that beats it. Yes.
Plus 4 on that on
Yes.
top.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so
She's grabbed.
she's
grappled.
grabbed. So she watches the necromancer float down while being
Grapple by a
grappled
giant.
by a giant rotting hand. The doctor.
Well, the doctor will. I think he will move himself a little bit. I can't break my move, right?
You mean
No, this isn't 5e.
Yeah, unfortunately.
no, unless you have the feet for it, spring attack.
Yeah. So. Ugh. This is like very uncomfortable, but the hand already grabbing Lady Evelyn, so it probably can't actually do anything about me if I come close. So Arronax will come close. He will see this guy descending. He will say like, "Oh well, so well, good sir. Now your surrender is no longer your choice." But and he dismissively just dropped the bomb at this hand, dismissively, right under his own legs. And of course, I will exclude everyone, including myself, out of the splash damage. Everyone except the hand. So like, with one boom, it will be a cloud of fire, and we come completely unscathed.
I hope he doesn't just fly away again. That's all I can say.
It shouldn't be an issue because Emaírel is flying right now at the same speed.
Yeah.
16 to hit is touch AC. It's a hit, and that's 25 points of damage. Okay, so you blast the hand. That is fire damage.
Yes.
So all of the pus that comes out is just evaporated, and there's a distinct smell of sickness in the air.
Yes.
Emaírel.
He is going to fly above the hand. And stay here. And from here, he's going to stab Vrud as he is slowly floating down.
Yep. Stab him. 17 against his regular AC is a miss. Now, like I said, there was this sort of silvery sheen on him, sort of force something, and turns out that it's a shield spell that protected him from your attack just now. And then it's his turn as he comes down, and then, like, all the way down, he's just been cursing, grumbling, mumbling, and then he starts actually uttering words of magic as he floats down, casting it defensively.
So does he ever actually hit the ground?
Yeah. When before your turn, he does. Right before your turn, he's on the ground.
Okay, so he's still in the air right now.
He's
you're
still
saying.
which makes it a little tougher. And
What?
he
fails?
loses his spell. It was such a nice spell.
Maniacal laugh.
Yes.
So as he floats down, he gets distracted by something, and he drops the So he had been fumbling something out of his spell component pouch, and then he gets distracted probably by Emaírel's attack, and drops a handful of crushed black pearl as his circle of death fails. Oof. That could have been just outright killing 11d4 hit dice of living creatures. So you see why I'm peeved. Okay, then it's
Fine.
well, they have all they're kind of just
Wait. No.
waiting and watching. And then it's
She
Evelyn's
told
turn.
no. Didn't she tell them to go kill the
No,
hands?
I didn't have the chance to do
Oh
that.
right, she didn't. Sorry. Then nothing happens.
And as he floats down, he also takes 4 points of damage from the.
Okay, has he
Fire.
hit the ground now?
Yes.
Can Montiano trip him?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Really, I want Evelyn to go before he does, but I guess it's
Well, he's
yeah,
ready.
it's just triggering. Yeah, it's triggering his ready to action. So, so he will attempt to trip. It's only a 14 to do so.
Well, his CMD is slightly better than that, so.
Shame.
Fail. Evelyn.
Evelyn just smiles and readies an action to dispel whatever it is that he casts next.
Counterspell?
Yes.
It's not counterspell. You can't just do that, huh?
No,
All right.
no. You
Oh,
can
can you use it in
counterspell.
that?
You
You
can
can use it.
You can
use
use
a
dispel magic as counterspell. Yes.
Yeah.
I will use it to attempt to counterspell anything else he might cast.
I don't think I've ever done that. Okay, cool. At least that's a. Okay,
And,
so Geier.
she'll gaze at him. She'll gaze
Of
so
course.
that he's under the effects of the stare.
Okay. Geier.
Geier will approach him. He looks quite almost done, right?
Yeah, he's definitely like on his last legs.
He's on fire.
And his stone skin hasn't even been scratched.
Then I think Geier will walk right up to him. And I know this won't work.
You
Would the Bone Racer be a terrible idea?
Bone
yeah,
Racer.
yes.
Yes, he's not helpless.
And he got stone skin. Ill. I'm just good. No, so yeah. Keeping line of sight, he's gonna finish what he started.
Just do it. Just keep doing it. Please fail. Please fail.
Why mess with something if it's working?
Oh man, at least he really rolls
Roll that
high on
damage
those.
though.
Yeah, the damage might actually be enough. If
Geier
you know,
digs into his bones all the way from his psyche.
you want to know how many hit points he has?
Already.
15.
17.
Oh
Wow.
You get him down to exactly 0, and he's just like, some of his bones, some of his like his elbows are coming out of the, breaking through the skin through his cloak. In some other places, his arms are all twisted at this point from all the shaken bones. And yeah, he is clearly close to dying.
Evelyn
Extinguish him.
Evelyn can just use her immediate action to deal him another 4 points.
That's true.
Or I can try to control him, assuming he's actually a humanoid and alive. I don't know if he's alive or undead.
You don't. He certainly looks somewhere on that spectrum.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has undead resistances or any of that. I guess I could
Well, if you have knowledge local, you could.
yeah, but I can't make that check right now.
I mean,
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm still grappled, so I don't know how this affects me.
for the immediate action.
I am going to do this.
Well, he's not dead yet, right?
Oh, he's not dead, is he?
He's exactly at 0.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Then I need to see if I can do both of these, because if not, then it doesn't matter. But let me not command undead. Where is it? Continued animation. What kind of action does that require? It's an immediate action. And I believe my painful stare is also an immediate action. It's a free action. Okay, I'll just deal him 4 points of damage and then try to take control of him.
Okay, so
Unless you're telling me that he's still dying while he's at -4 and I can't do it yet.
no. So what happens is you give him your painful stare, and it's the last thing he needed, the really pushing him over the edge, and he falls flat on the ground, and then you do your thing. Others have seen it before, where you like give him the resemblance of life, right?
I force his soul to remain in his body.
Yes. Okay. So, and you is it in any way visible that you're doing that?
I just have to be staring at him, and it's an immediate action. So
Okay. So you stare at him. You take a step towards him, like towering over him at this point, just feeling so incredibly more powerful than him. You know, you've vanquished him. He hasn't even gotten off a single spell, I think. And now you're just gonna like push the dagger through the heart, metaphorically, by making him your puppet, and he starts to convulse and jerk, and you roll him over, and you see that his face, he's foaming at the mouth. That's not what was supposed to look like. His eyes are just full of blood. And then instead of you being able to take control over him, his jaw starts to dissolve.
classic.
And you remember that you've seen this before. And all of a sudden, you just feel really angry that this cult is trying to get the better of you once again. So you do get control of him, but he's no longer able to speak.
This is why I wanted him alive, but yes, we can.
And I would assume, yeah. So what does Evelyn do? Like, this must be very frustrating to her.
I have. Hang on, let me double check this. Well, it's not my round. It's not my turn, so
we can take the initiative.
I mean, I'm still grappled by a hand.
Oh, right, you are. Yeah. Well, it's just hanging on to you, essentially.
Someone unhand me.
Yes.
I think at this point we should adopt it.
Yeah, no, and as
Can
you
I keep it, please?
and as you try to get closer to him to get your triumphant moment, it's still trying to claw at you. Wait, it has to actually to do a grapple check instead of an attack roll. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, it succeeds.
So it does 9 points of damage as it's holding on to you, Doctor.
Well, the doctor will. I suppose he will was not disappointingly sigh, saying "Well, I should have warned you that my companions are not as merciful as I am, and I suppose I should just get rid of this hand, and I will bomb it again, excluding everyone else, including myself, from the blast."
Oh, be right back. Sorry.
And that's enough for the hand to just get jarred.
Yeah, this guy is still on fire, by the way.
Yeah, he's a smoldering pile of dead necromancer.
He does. I should tell you this, Simon, because this may not be. He might not actually be affected. It's not for free. I thought you were saying he was just like gonna insta die or something, so it didn't matter. But he actually has to make a will save to see if he's affected or not.
Doesn't really matter because it's not like you taking control that triggers his death.
No, but it's not against dying. It's against being affected by my ability.
Which ability?
The continued animation that I'm trying to use on him.
Okay, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because.
I mean, if he is affected, I have 4 rounds with him. I don't care if he has a jaw or not.
Oh. Okay, I'll give him a will save. Either way, what happened still happened, no matter what is the outcome of this. Yeah, I think he made that save.
Yes, I'm pretty sure because
Natural
it's
20.
10, 14, and my charisma modifier right now.
It's a nat 20.
It's a 20. Yeah. Okay, so he died. Damn it.
All right, Doctor. Blasted the hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so that ends this battle and leaves you with a handful of wights that just stand awkwardly around.
Yeah. And yeah, basically, like, devour yourself in order of your creation, and the last one, please jump into the fire.
I mean, we could ask them to help clean out any remaining undead in the city, the village.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I think if I harm them directly, they get a chance to resist it. But if I tell them to go do something like go fight the other undead, I don't think that will be a problem. I have to reread Command Undead. See.
Okay. So, what is this about? What you want to tell them to?
I'm just figuring out what to do with the controlled minions.
Yeah.
I think I can tell them to just go do battle with the other undead abominations and destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
In Felgrowl, and report back to me if you find no more.
So that's there's no range on that.
Well, I mean, they are controlled, so I mean, at least the great one is controlled. So probably not. I mean,
okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. So the Dreadwhite just nods, and then in Necrol tells the other wights to follow, and then it leaves to go on an undead hunting spree.
I didn't even get to sick them on anything aside from these undead.
Yeah, I didn't get to do an energy drain flurry of blows with my Dreadwhite. It's sort of disappointing.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing that it could do, and I
Well,
never got to find out.
yeah, it's a white, so it has energy drain, and it's a monk, so it has flurry of blows.
Jesus, that's awful.
It has key points, so it could actually drain, and every time it hits, it drains 1 level, so it could drain 4 levels per round.
Whoa!
I feel like we've faced that in one of the previous adventures. I think.
I mean, we had our fun with level drains for sure, but I don't think we ever had a Dreadwhite monk. That's a...
Pretty sure that's a unique one.
Aren't the key points supposed to be your life force? I mean, can he keep them when he's undead?
On life force.
On life force, yeah.
Whoa.
All right, so, but let's get back to the
Yeah,
scene here.
well, unfortunately, he's not gonna be sharing with us all his undead secrets now.
But we still have our friendly ghost that can make him talk.
Yeah.
Well, but his jaw melted.
Wonder if it can be a psychic thing.
Well,
Alright,
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Let's
let's see.
well, let's check the place, check whatever he has, and check whatever is in under that canopy, and then
Okay, so I'll tell you what he has, and I'll just tell you what the stuff is, assuming your usual rolls.
mhm.
His staff that Muntiano already has is a +1 quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was expecting.
I was thinking.
He has an amulet of natural armor +1.
Good.
Okay, that is good.
Handy.
He has a cloak of resistance +2.
Ooh.
Even better. Which is
He has a ring of protection +1.
Might be broken.
Resistance.
It might be broken.
It
mean,
doesn't seem
didn't
very
work for
protective,
him.
does he? Yeah.
I don't know if I trust this one.
Yeah.
Of course, he has a spell book.
Let's take a look.
A spell component pouch.
Yes.
Anything tasty in there?
And he has the same amulet that you've seen before. And a wand of animate dead with 10 charges left.
That's a big yoink.
Yep.
And a lesser silent meta magic rod.
Ooh.
Which is kind of cool for Geier.
You can cast spells silently. That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all added.
Okay, so that was what he had on his body. And that's it.
If we ransack whatever his little tent setup is here.
Mm-hmm. It is
Anything
indeed,
else?
It is indeed a tent. And as you go through his stuff, well, most of it is kind of sickening because he's just seemed to have like a penchant for body parts and organs and stuff like that. And you just find like, a loose mouse liver stuck between his journals, and it's just weird. But you do find some stuff of interest. You find a leather satchel which contains several pages of cryptic notes and an elaborately carved bone scroll tube.
A what?
A scroll.
Oh, a scroll tube.
But made out of bone, right?
Made out of bone.
Evelyn
Look at that.
Evelyn would like to carefully be detecting magic on this stuff as we're sorting through it. She's suspicious of this guy.
It is not magic.
And his journal?
Is also not magic.
We'll see about that when someone tries to read it.
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Yeah. That's right. Well, let's see then. I mean, I guess we could carefully unscrew it and see what's inside. Because I believe lastly we saw various letters from their bosses or something.
Yeah, and you're kind of bracing for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what you get is something different. Not what you expected. Inside is a poem. Written in a meticulous handwriting. And it goes like this. Upon the Eshen pathways tread, softly as the whispered dead, as mortal flesh doth rot and fail, to leech and maggot, ebbing frail. Unhallowed words cannot be spoken. With whispered oath, death lies broken. Shed fear, shed life, shed pain, shed time. Eternity seized shall soon be thine. First spirit torn from grave lady's grasp, be rent and sown as soured ash. Soft the spiral song reverses. Judgment lost, damnation surges. Keeper of the damned soul take. With Packlord's heart the beast shall wake, and flesh be wrought in disarray. Stillborn cocoon to blessed decay. 100 slain lie innocent. Grind bone and marrow to cement. Craft now a skull of splintered graves. Unmake life. Unmake the slave. Where history churns dream to blister. Necrophagous secrets whisper. Through chronicles of raven's tongue. A legacy of fear unspun. Blood spilt atop the iron thorn. Invokes that which cannot be born. Arise, the tyrant, now unbound, bearer of the carrion crown.
That's sinister.
Did this poem just mention the Packlord heart?
Mm.
Geier starts digging.
Yeah.
Without a word, he just grabs the body from the ankle and drags it outside. Shovel in the other hand.
Not yet, Geier. Not yet. We still have to bring him to the ghost. You'll have your chance soon enough.
Has been tainting the living for far too long.
Evelyn will turn to, I guess, Emaṛel or the doctor or whoever's been sorting through the tent, and she'll say,
Would you mind if I hold on to that poem?
It's all right, I remember
Mm. Sure, go ahead.
she's going to take it and slip it up her sleeve. So,
There is something funny about it. Having heard the words, like it's strange wording and everything, but the words kind of stick with you. You just read it over. Maybe one of you read it out loud for the others. Somehow, it just kind of sticks to you. You all remember the words very well, even after just having heard it once.
Mm-hmm.
Besides this leather satchel, there's also a locked chest in Vrood's tent.
Oh well, here I go again, practicing some my uncanny crafts. Is it actually locked? Is it trapped?
Yeah, well, perception.
Where is it? Here it is.
Nope, seems safe, but it is locked.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's then pull out once again my lockpicks that I so conveniently can use. It's disable device.
Seriously? Do you get a bonus for your tools or something?
No, I rolled 19.
No, I mean, does that go on top of that for your tools? Is that just your ranks and...
Masterwork tools should be a +2.
Well, my dexterity is +2, and I have 8 ranks. So
Yes,
So I
but do
think
you
you should-
have masterwork tools?
yes, and I believe I do have masterwork tools.
Okay, so because the DC is 30, so thanks to your masterwork tools, you manage to unlock the chest, and inside you find a lot of silver dust. Actually, 50 pounds.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
So
Of
that's
silver dust.
of silver dust. That's
Nobody
worth
sneezed.
250 gold 250 gold pieces worth of silver dust. You find about 2,000 gold pieces worth of onyx gemstones and a scroll of control undead in a plain leather scroll case.
Oh,
And
just a second, please. 250 GPs worth of silver dust, right?
yes,
And then
yes,
crushed
2,000
onyxes.
2,000 gold pieces worth of onyx gemstones.
That's like some industrial necromancy components right there.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And a scroll of control undead in a plain leather scroll case. Yeah, and I think your first reaction is right. This is like a serious stash of material components to raise an undead army. Okay. So I would assume you're grabbing all that stuff, splitting the silver dust probably among
Yeah,
all of your pockets as good as you can, and then taking him to the ghost.
yeah, I suppose so. It would be kind of tricky to drag this chest out, considering that none of us actually have any strength. But I think we'll
We
manage.
We don't need to do it gracefully. We just drag him around the grass.
Emaírel has a decent carry capacity because he has what were muleback cords.
Oh, right.
Did I prepare
Okay.
any? I didn't prepare any end holes.
Okay. So you grab all the stuff. I mean, you might be slightly encumbered, but it doesn't really matter at this point. You avoid the undead as good as you can. You already hear the sound of battle of the team of white undead slayers that are haunting the town now, and you take Orenvrud's body back to the ghost. And as you enter, he manifests, and he sees the ghost, and he says, "I didn't expect you to actually return. I will keep my promise. Gather around me." And then you gather around the dead body, and the ghost, like, puts his fingers at the temples of Oren's skull, and all of a sudden, your perception changes, and you're an 8-year-old child in the middle of a battle. The town is in flames. Around you, everything burns. You hear a stampede of horses coming your way. You look around everywhere, slaughtered, family, friends. They're all dead. Most of the houses are on fire or already collapsed. You look for a place to run, and you just run. You just try to survive. You hear the horses come closer and closer. You look around. You see a pile of corpses just in next to the street. You jump. You crawl into it. You cover yourself with the dead bodies of your friends, family members, people from town. The riders charge past. You suddenly see like a montage of memories that pass in front of your eyes. You see how you remember how when all of it was done, people from nearby came looking for survivors. But you remember how frightened you were of them. And you just hid in the muddy trenches of the furrows. You had seen too much. You wouldn't trust humans, the living. The dead protected you. the living were just out to kill you. For years, you remember how you lived scavenging what you could from the corpses, fighting with the rats for food, only speaking to the bones of the soldiers that lay in the muddy ditches. And your memories are becoming more and more happy as you start to embrace the madness of your situation. It was then when the dead began speaking to you. The spirits whispered, told you of vengeance. One day, you remember, you were lurking near a bridge, like you used to, waiting for riders. You laid your trap. You've toppled their horses before. You would slit their throats, take their possessions, and then just bury them in the fallows alongside your own family and friends. And when food was scarce, you even ate them. But you remember that one day, that rider, he halted his steed just before you were set to strike. He was gray-skinned and withered like a corpse. And then, in a dry and throaty whisper, he commanded you to come out from hiding and face her judgment.
Orenfrode, the rider said, the spirits of this place have told me about you. Worry not, for you have a greater role to play.
You went with the rider. You went all the way to Wren Church. You remember that it was there where you learned the dark arts of necromancy. Under the tutelage of your ghoulish savior, you remember as Irasa Nine Eyes. And you remember how you completed your training when you sought knowledge of the transformation from life into undeath, leaving all of this behind, this pitiful, helpless existence, all of the restless spirits that haunted the trenches of your home. You went to Caliphas to find your way. Years later, another memory. You're in your study, no windows, just an oil lamp, dim light. The floorboards creak behind you. You turn around, and you see a figure. And in your memory, you can barely make out its shape, blurry. And its voice sounds all garbled. And he says,
I need you to take some notes.
And he hands you a quill and paper. And he says,
Write this down.
and you start writing. The first line, 2 roots slayers. You turn around, you look at the figure, and the figure says,
We all have our parts to play.
you nod, and you write down the rest of the letter. I congratulate you on your success. You've made it through the Shudderwood to Feldgrau and dispatched my lieutenant, Orin, the man behind the defilement of Harrowstone, the invasion of Schloss Karamark, and the stirring up of the werewolves is no more. You might expect me to be angry at the loss of Rude, and to a certain extent I am. He was a talented servant, and the undead army he was seeking to raise in Feldgrau would have been of great utility to me. However, any anger I might feel regarding his loss is tempered by the fact that I, quite frankly, anticipated that loss from the start. Given the disruptions he had to cause as part of his tasks, the involvement of adventurers was a foreseeable consequence. Indeed, part of the reason I instructed him to remain in Feldgrau was so that his confrontation with you would occur there, to prevent you from simply dogging his steps all the way back to me. So while I'm disappointed to lose Rude as a servant, you need not fear my seeking you out to exact vengeance on his behalf. Therefore, I suggest you take some time to enjoy yourselves and reflect upon your successes. You've prevented a ghostly uprising, defended a wrongfully accused golem, faced the werewolf tribes, and thwarted the designs of a vile necromancer. That's more than most adventurers can claim to have accomplished, and you've certainly earned some relaxation. If one or two loose ends haven't been completely tied up, then what of it? Surely that's the nature of adventuring, and no one can fault you for it. But let me make one thing clear. In the event that you're not content to rest on your laurels, I've taken steps to limit what information you might gain in Feldgrau regarding my future plans. But you've already proven yourselves to be resourceful, and I'm not arrogant enough to think it impossible for you to follow my trail further. Should you be willing and able to do so, know that I will no longer hold back. You performed impressively while cleaning up Rude's messes, but ultimately did nothing to interfere with my long-term plans. You've gotten closer and closer to doing so, however, and if you continue to pursue me, I will not hesitate to destroy you rather than risk that occurring. So that is the choice you have. Quit while you're ahead and live a life of leisure, or continue to oppose me and ensure an early death. You seem to be moderately intelligent people. I hope you're sensible enough to choose correctly. Sincerely, A. The Root looks at what he's written, or you look at what you've written. Remembering your confusion, a little bit of anger rising at this like condescending description of you. You look at the figure again, and he says, "You're right. It doesn't reflect well on you, does it? Just burn it. It's done its purpose." And so far, so good. It's not over yet.
It sounds very much like one of those in video games where it's like, if you haven't finished any side quests, now is when you do them.
Wait.
Yeah, this person is a very powerful diviner, it seems.
And then finally, another memory for more recently. Again, you're writing. Your quill darting over the parchment. dashing out a stream of words.
My master, I shall stay in Feldgrau and build an army of corpses for our risen lord.
And then the sentence fades, and then another flash, and your hands place the letter in an envelope and strike it with a wax seal. A Gagged skull, of course. Another flash, scene changes, and you see cultists scurrying around in the town square, exhuming bodies, raising an army from the corpses. Another flash, and you place 3 strange items into a chest. An iron and glass vial containing a swirling gray mist, a bloody heart inside a glass bottle, and a fragile skull composed of hundreds of bone fragments. Into a second chest, you place a strange statuette of murky green stone depicting a grotesque tentacled creature. Another flash. You hand the chests to 2 riders in dark cloaks on pale horses.
Ride to Thrushmoor.
You tell one of them.
Our agent will exchange the effigy for the relic we need.
A final flash, and the vision fade. You're back in the ruined inn in your little seance, and the ghostly figure still with you, and he says,
I'm sorry, this is all I can get out of him. It feels like his mind was not entirely his own, as if somebody else had been there before.
You did what you could, kind spirit. Please, and we thank you for it. Please rest easy now.
You have seen more and suffered more than you ought to. I hope you can find rest.
I will find rest. My kin and friends have been laid to rest instead of these mass graves.
Well, I guess we can order our whites to do that.
"Yo, what?"
Huh? No, never. I mean, we came in possession of some workforce recently.
Okay, so with you returning from your vision,
Yeah.
we can end this chapter. And we can also